Hello everyone, as most of you know, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 has just officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it against the Apple Watch Series 9, the latest and greatest from Apple, and see how both these particular watches hold up and compare. Now, the big thing to keep in mind here is that both these watches are slightly different. The design of them is basically different, and overall just the way both these particular watches hold up are going to be very, very different when it comes down to it. But I'll definitely tell you, in my personal opinion, both these watches are great. You cannot go wrong with either one of these. If you want to pick up either one of these watches though, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these watches, on the outside of the Apple Watch Series 9, you're getting this kind of squared off design, and it's a very good looking Apple Watch. I've always felt like these particular watches looked really, really nice, and still to this day, I am a massive fan of these watches. They have these squared off edges. They are, not bezel-less, but they barely have any bezel around it, and they look very nice. I'm still a humongous fan of these particular watches. They come in two different sizes, the smaller and the bigger one, and I do think at the end of the day, if I'm going to pick up a watch, this is a very, very good looking watch for sure. The Samsung Galaxy, Watch 7 is more or less kind of the same thing for the most part too. There's not really that big of a difference here with these particular watches. The thing here is you're getting two different sizes, big or small, model, depending on what you want to do. But the big thing I would say for the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 is that the design is a little bit more circular rather than a square design like on the Apple Watch Series 9. So this is a slight difference here. Again, it's going to kind of come down to what you want to do. But that in of itself is a very, very big thing. Depending on the design language you want to go down with, these two are going to be different, but they're also, there's going to be a lot of similarity here as well. So it's not like the biggest difference or the biggest thing in the world. Now, both of them have buttons on the side, which is fun. You have the, wireless charging pad on the backside, and you also have the ability of changing out the bands, and you can change them to whatever else you want to. Now, this is really funny because there is a huge advantage for the Galaxy Watch 7 and a pretty big advantage for the Apple Watch Series 9. For starters, with the Galaxy Watch 7, you do have the capability of going through and basically, charging your Galaxy Watch not only from the charger that's in the box, but also from your phone. If you have a Galaxy, phone like a Galaxy S10 or newer, you can reverse wireless charge your Galaxy phone, your Galaxy Watch from your Galaxy phone, and that's actually a really, really cool thing that you have the capability of doing. Now, on the Apple Watch side, a benefit of this particular watch are the bands. I feel like adjusting the bands, putting the bands in and out and kind of changing them out is such a bigger advantage on the Apple Watch Series 9 over the Galaxy Watch 7. And I think this in and of itself is another big thing going on for these particular watches as well. So that right there, keep that in mind, but it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it is just one of those small things to keep in mind there as well. Now, beyond that, I would say there is a lot of overlapping features between the two. And if I'm going to pick up one watch over the other one, I'm probably not going to notice big, massive differences, to be honest. There are clearly some cool advantages and features between both, but I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to go ahead and use these on an everyday basis, the main features I would use them with, they're both going to be perfectly fine. So for starters, I'm able to track my workouts, I'm able to check the distances I'm running. If I'm going through and checking my notifications or calls or whatever, I can do all of that on both these watches. And I think that's a very big thing to keep in mind. The big difference here is that you have to kind of figure out whether you want to go the iPhone route or the Samsung Galaxy route or the Android route. If you're going the Android route, the Samsung Galaxy Watch is going to work for you. But if you're going the iPhone route, the Samsung Galaxy watches are not going to work for you. And I would hate for you to go and buy that watch and have it, and you expect it to, be fully working and all that stuff, but it's not going to work, right? So just kind of keep that in mind there. If you're going to go through and pick up a device, please keep in mind that the Galaxy Watches only work on the Android phones and the Apple Watches only work on iPhones. So although, there's a lot of overlapping features between both, it is actually very nice to know too that, if you're going to pick up one, you're really not going to feel like you're missing out on too much, whether you buy a Galaxy Watch 7 or an Apple Watch Series 9. So in my opinion, there's not really a better watch here. I think there are some watches that are better, there's some advantages for a watch that might be better than the other one, but I really don't think I would pick up one watch over the other one based on, things like the performance levels or anything like that. I think I like both these watches a lot. They hold up very, very well. I think the Galaxy Watch 7 is, still a very, very nice watch, but I like the Apple Watch Series 9 too. So that's kind of how both these watches compare. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.